Hi everyone, welcome to this play of Solasta Crown of the Magister. I'm sorry for the low quality of the stream. It's because I'm playing on the Steam Deck and because I'm also recording at the same time. I prefer keeping low graphics qualities to ensure the game is fluid enough to be entertainable. So, why did I choose to record this adventure? It's first to show people who don't know Solasta how good of a D&D 5 edition adaptation this is, because this game is very faithful to the mechanics of the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons. And while the official campaign is a bit weak at some points in the way of narrative, it's still good enough to follow. And the second point is because, as a lover of this edition, I've been a bit annoyed at people on the internet forums constantly giving wrong assertions of how good or bad some class or subclass is, or how casters are absolutely required to win anything. So I decided to make the test by myself by starting a campaign with mostly martial characters and only one caster. And I did pick mostly classes and subclasses that are reputed to be bad or at least weaker than other choices. So let me present the characters that will make up the campaign. So I named them with Frostfire family names so I could find them quickly, because the character editor of Solasta is very nice, but there's still some margin for improvement, especially as far as grouping characters and looking for specific characters. So this will be the company of Frostfire people. So first one in the list is Brak, which is a ranger, which is gonna take the path probably of Hunter Ranger. And I made all 4 characters using point buy, so it's fair as far as comparing and evaluating efficiency is. So you might notice that Brak is a brawny character and not an agile character. It's because rangers are actually as good being built as a strength character as dexterity character, but most people for some reason believe that a good ranger is a dex ranger. So I wanted to disprove that. So here we be going the hunter archetype, so that he can be a bit tanky. He will take defensive features and counter-attack features. Sorry for the very bad English accents, it has been like years since I last spoke English. The second one will be... where is it? Not this one. Yeah, I made some experimentations. So the second one will be a Warlock. So Warlock has a very bad reputation because of being a special caster that has only 2 slots for casting spells per short rest. So I love Warlocks really, and I like to prove that even with a short rest limitation, they can still be very powerful. And one specificity of Warlocks in Solasta is that since they don't have all official content from Wizards of the Coast, they made up some specific archetypes for the game. And the one I picked is a very interesting one in my opinion, because it brings many of the very good druid spells into the Warlock's spell list, so you can actually learn druid spells, and many of them are really powerful, very interesting for battlefield control, so it's nice to have them available on a short rest basis. So it's basic, you know, half elf to have charisma, proficiencies, or acrobatics, and all the charisma related skills. And as for the spells, as you can see, I picked Eldritch Blast because, I mean, you cannot not pick Eldritch Blast really as a Warlock. And I also picked Entangle because this is really one of the best spells of all D&D. I saved my party's life in tabletop games a few times already because it's just big area, and even if monsters are reputed to have higher strength saving throws than others, in practice many of them fail, especially at low level, so it's still very powerful and very... I mean, you can really win a fight that would be otherwise difficult as long as your teammates understand they must not go into Entangle and go into melee for nothing, you know. So this will be the second. The third one will be a monk, and the first one is fighter. So monk first. So monk is a class with very bad reputation too, and in my opinion it's absolutely unjustified. So this is why I decided to make a monk. Unfortunately, there are several subclasses for monk that I love, which are not available here because again, Solasta, its developers didn't have all rights for using official content, so they only have the open hand archetype, which I find very bland and kind of uninteresting. So this monk will be using one of the archetypes they designed specifically for Solasta, and it's weird, it shouldn't have 18 strengths. Okay, so this one I'll have to rebuild, so I'll be cutting this video to remake the character before I actually start the campaign, because I said I'd be using point buy, and there is no way you can get 18 in one attribute using point buy, so there is something fishy here. But the idea was to have a high constitution because I will be using the archetype, which makes it a very tanky character. And finally, I decided to make a fighter because, frankly, I don't like very much the class. I find it very bland, very not too easy to play, but not many interesting things to do, especially outside battles. But I've seen much flack being given to the champion archetype as being very weak, so I decided I'd be doing a fighter and a champion fighter to see how in practice it can be good or not. So this was the first part, and I wanted to start the campaign immediately, but unfortunately I have to remake the monk character because I have messed up the attributes spawned by. Unless I... Oh, sorry, my bad. This was the one I built with spawned by. They have similar face, so I was confused. So here, yeah, this is spawned by, so you see high dex, high whiz, high constitution. So let's start. New adventure. Okay, Chronos the Magisters, the official campaign. So, I said Frostfire. Where is the first one? Okay, I have one. I didn't necessarily want to pick them in that order, but who cares really? And this one is a dex-based character because, I mean, who cares? This one, and we're missing the monk. Monk, you're here. Okay, so as you can see, there is no real healer here. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe it will be too difficult having no one with healing words, or at least some out of combat healing capability. But well, we'll see. Really, we'll see how far this goes. But to be fair, I'm keeping the authentic mode, not using the higher difficulty mode because I'm not sure what they change, and I think most people would play the campaign on the regular difficulty, so I don't see the point in the going higher difficulty. Iron game mode. Ha! Wow. Okay, this would be interesting to pick that, but I don't think I will take it because maybe I have some legit reason to try and get back from another save. But I mean, I'll be recording all adventure from one point to another, so you'll see by yourself if I've been cheating or not. And one last point, technically Solasta is not very harsh on short rests, so I think technically you could make several short rests without any adverse effects. But since the recommendation of the official D&D rules are 2 short rests per adventuring day, I'll try as best as I can to respect that limit, and I'll be using short rests more than twice only if I'm really in a pinch and I really need hit dice or abilities to be restored. So here it goes. Oh yeah, I forgot that part. Nope. Yep. Should be... I have a bad screen. I have a very old screen, so darkness is very bad for me. Okay, let's try this. So from now on, I'll be speaking very little, so you can enjoy the history narration fully. I may just comment a bit sometimes when I'm going into battle. I hope you have fun as much as I will making this video and playing this game. See you later. Oh yeah, I forgot something. Have something to check immediately still. Yeah. This one is a dex guy, but he has only strength weapons. And this one is a strength guy, but he has weapons that can be used with dex. So let's make a swap immediately. Ah, you can do it. Okay, and this is a hand axe, sorry. So this is perfect. Up, sorry. Up. And yeah, this one will be hard to use with that loud X, but not that much of a problem. Okay, Monk is okay. And Marta is mostly okay, I guess. Mostly, yeah. I mean, no, it's not okay. She needs a free hand to cast spells. Okay, I guess we're fine. Also, side note, when you are starting Solasta, a weird thing is that rangers don't get any component pouch to cast spells, so when you get level 2, which is coming very fast, you may wonder why you are not able to cast any spells, and that's because at character creation, rangers are not able to cast spells, so the game is not providing any component pouch or focus. So my advice is immediately buying one.
The law provides, adventurers.
Law preserve us.
The owl watch over you, faithful one.
We should go.
I thought she had something interesting to say, but was mistaken. It was this way, actually.
Nice gardens.
Guys, move up.
I never thought I'd get
Sorry,
so
Miss
close
Glee.
to the embassies. Look at the size of this council hall.
So this is what they spend our taxes on.
Look! Is that...
The princess. Wait. Is she leaving?
Apparently so.
Then who will administer the oath?
A lady like her wants nothing to do with drudges like us.
You thought it would be the princess?
If she rules the whole principality, who's more important?
Lady Keen, the council's oathkeeper, is trusted by all.
Lord Karen,
Yes, my lady.
are these your new deputies?
They are, my lady.
My name is Lyra Keen, Oathkeeper of the Council,
Quiet, everyone.
and I will be administering your vows. Once sworn in, you will carry the authority of the Council wherever you go. Your every action will reflect upon the Council's reputation. Remember that. Always. Now, please, raise your right hands. Do you, each and all, solemnly swear your lives and allegiance to this Council, and promise to carry forth our mission to protect our alliance from any who would threaten the common good?
I swear.
Excellent. Lord Karen will enter your name into the Council's register.
I'll have a
Thank
small
you for your
comment on that
service.
once this mission is finished.
Congratulations, deputies.
Wait, that's it?
What were you expecting? A parade?
No, I don't know. It just feels a bit anticlimactic.
Sorry to disappoint.
I love this character.
The mission. As I'm sure you know, the council maintains a number of outposts to secure the border between the principality and the marches. One of them is the former imperial fortress, Caer Lem. It's held by some 50 troops under the command of Captain Henrik. He sends us weekly status reports, or rather, he used to. We haven't heard a word from him in 3 weeks. Leave immediately for Caer Lem and find out if anyone there is still alive. If Captain Henrik or anyone else is still breathing, bring him back. The council wants a first-hand report.
A whole garrison gone. There are only 4 of us.
Just find out what happened. Run back if you get scared.
Got it. Though we were hoping for a first mission with more riches than risk, if you catch my drift.
You don't get to choose your mission, I'm afraid. So, gather what you need and go. Time is of the essence.
What can you tell us about this Captain Henrik?
A fine officer. More than 15 years in the Principality's army. He inspires trust, loyalty, and courage. Hence the decision to post him there, facing danger.
Wait, these marches, they're not in the Badlands, are they?
The marches are a no man's land, between the civilized world and the Badlands. It's outside the chain of mountains that really define the Badlands. We wouldn't send you in there. Yet.
Right, I guess that's that. It's on to Caer Lem.
Okay, I won't fast travel because it will let me some time to comment. So I'm very sorry I forgot because I'm used to skip the introduction when starting the campaign, and I actually shouldn't have done that because the introduction is great for both introducing the characters themselves and also giving the main points about how the game works mechanics wise. So for those who are not familiar with D&D, I'll be making a bit of commented detailed presentation of how the game works and the combat works when we get to our first fight. For now, we have to rest so we can level up. You know, yeah, as you see, the first level up is coming very quickly. We didn't even get a fight. And you cannot even get a fight anyway because you cannot leave down until you got your second level and spoke to several people and made some shopping.
Hello, adventurers. What can I offer you?
Yep.
Your beer is terrible, and that's being polite about it.
What? What? I've never had any complaints about the beer before. Maybe your palate is not refined enough.
Scammer.
Tell us about your tavern.
The inn? Well, it's not that old, but somehow it feels like it's been here forever. Well, you can meet all kinds of people here, that's the good thing. An old scavenger, a diplomat from the council, a knight, a lord, a beggar. We also have rooms to rent by the night.
Why the name Gravekeep's Cask?
Well, it's very old from imperial times. Perhaps a historian would know, but I don't.
You're useless.
We'd like to stay for the night.
Sure. Just walk up to the suite and settle in.
A suite?
Oh, it's more like a large bedroom, really. But you know, this is the capital city.
Okay, so characters are using levels to show their features and capabilities, and when you attain a certain level of experience points, you need to take a nap, take a long rest, as they call it in D&D, to gain a level. So this is why they kind of force us to rest in the inn, because when you're first level characters, basically any creature in the wild can kill you in one semi-lucky attack. So first, Martha. You know, one good point of having only one caster is it makes leveling much simpler because it's only one class to have choice on it. So quick look at higher levels. So I'm not sure yet what I'll pick as pact boon between the Tome and the Blade. Really not sure. I'll see the inspiration of the moment, I guess. Okay, so class invocation. Definitely Rippling Blast. This is by far the best of the best invocations for a Warlock. And sorry. Are they doing her last? Because I need to remember what skills and capabilities other people have. So, okay, and class features, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I don't know. I don't remember what skills he has, but well, not a problem. Ranger. So he's gonna grab one style, and he's gonna be dual winning this one. Up to it, pun fighting. One of the best styles there is, in spite of people saying something else. So Brak will pick Goodberry because he's basically the only one who can cast any healing spells. And I think for now I grab Cloud because Hunter Max is not really useful. I mean, you have so few slots. I need at least one of those for good berries. So I'll mostly use slots on Goodberry and just getting Cloud in case we have an emergency. Need for some obscuration or the like, because our Warlock will be using Entangle most of the time. Jump is another good spell, especially in that game, because that game is really using verticality and three-dimensional approach to fights, but priorities. Okay, Monk is easy, so we have many niceties coming for Monk at 2nd level. You now have key points that you can use on dodging, which improves defense very much, or Step of the Wind, which is basically doubling your movement, or allowing you to move away from enemies without risking to be hurt by reaction attacks. And you also get Flurry of Blows, which is just a way to improve slightly your damage over the turn. And you get an arm movement, which is a 10 feet improvement already, which is much bigger than you could think at first glance. Okay, so okay, I know what I'll pick. Hoping this will be useful. So among the things I could pick right now, this one is always useful because you gain expertise instead of just proficiency. So maybe I'll pick this one, really. Armor of Shadows is just giving a magical armor. It could be nice for her because she has high dex, but there are many other things. Agonizing Blast is not that useful yet because I have only one attack with that cantrip, and it's only 3 points of damage, so yeah, it's good, but not that good compared to other things. Eldritch Sights is one of the two invocations I'm really torn between, really, because Detect Magic in tabletop is nearly mandatory, but I am not sure how useful it is in this game. This one is very nice. It's a modified version of the Eldritch Spear in the tabletop game. Ignoring Cover is very interesting too, but I am not sure. This could be very interesting because I know in these games there are many things requiring specific language. There are puzzles and specific runes and the like. And beginning in France is very nice because you gain expertise, considering she has already a proficiency in persuasion and intimidation. Deception, persuasion, yeah. You know what? No, I'll pick this one. I know this one will be useful because you have many interactions with characters in that game, so it's a very big deal actually. So Warlock can unlearn one spell to swap to another, but no problem. And what will I pick? Comprehend languages is very nice in tabletop, but yet again, I'm not sure how good it could be in that game. So either Cloud, I could pick Cloud, but I think I'll pick Hellish Rebuke, because that way this character has at least a bit of damage, because it's two 10 dice. Yeah, let's try it. I mean, I can unlearn it next level if I don't like it. Okay. So the beginning of the game is not very interesting because they force you to visit different shops so you can learn the basics of adventuring and shopping and the like. And what I wanted to say earlier when I told you I was sorry for skipping the introduction is because you also are informed of why those characters meet each other in a tavern, because I don't know each other really. They were, it's a basic trope of any tabletop game for adventurers who each have their own life and they are summoned in the capital city, blah blah blah. And one thing that I found kinda missing, kinda sad, is how those characters have just 400 life to serve the crown without any true reason, really. That's the only thing I find bad for the start of the game. I would love for the developers to, if they could, slightly change that by just like making maybe the promise of a big reward, or saying that they're criminals so they have no choice, something like that. Because really, I don't see no reason why, as an adventurer, I would just dedicate my life from suddenly. I mean, I don't get it. So tutorial, yeah, crafting is very important in this game, and this will be even more important, I think, for my group, because I'll be needing to craft healing potions and like much more often than a regular group who would have some cleric or similar. Yep. Okay. So
Hello.
this is not very...
How may I help you?
What do you...
Mostly potions. For I also have and ingredients. Come back anytime.
Okay. So basically, it's the one you come to when you
We
want
should
to
go.
buy some things that are related to crafting or spellcasting.
Welcome to Gorim's Emporium.
What do you have to sell?
Everything you'll need for food, ropes, torches, and I also have some other stock like remedy that can come in handy. Ever
Yeah.
Are you Gorim?
That's me, the one and only.
So one of the things I found a bit of a miss in the start of the game is that you have no other choice than buying rations for food, even if you have someone in your party that can provide, which is the case for us since we have a ranger who can cast Goodberry, and Goodberry is a spell creating special berries which for once can heal you for 1 hit point, and for a second can sustain you as food for 24 hours. So basically, one cast of good berries can sustain a whole party for the day. But still, you have to buy rations. So let's buy some for rations. So the game is, yeah, you see, game is glad you wasted some money. And now for the really important thing, buying. Oh yeah, forgot that one.
Deputies, a word if you please.
So famous already. I love it.
You were in there too. Are you a member of the council?
I'm Annie Bagmorder, quartermaster of the Scavengers Guild. We don't have a seat in there, but they all know exploring the Badlands without us would be a bad idea. That's why you should stop by our headquarters downtown. You'll need our services, I'm sure.
Is that compulsory?
No, but you'll find our services useful. Everyone does. Did Lord Karen not tell you?
No. He pretty much stuck to giving orders.
Oh, right. Anyway, we offer plenty of help and advice to beginners like you.
We are grown-ups, you know. Well, at least, Most of us are.
Of course you are. Well, good luck.
At least she's not another lady or something.
So what do you think? Should we check out their headquarters?
It's not far, but
I've had enough talking. Let's go kill some monsters.
If there's business to be done, we can't afford not to.
Okay, so so the thing I need to buy immediately was here. So my ranger is in need of component pouch, exactly like she has. Okay, but since component pouch is using a slot for something that can be useful, like potions, I'll be using an amulet. I like the idea of an amulet. Okay, up. Oh, that's a circlet. No, amulet. A bracer or belt? Bracers. It's fitting for a ranger. So bracers, okay. That's okay. Nice. So see, for now I cannot. Yeah. So up, I'm getting this there. So I'm still missing a free hand, but at least I have the pouch for the material components. And now, if I use this item set, I can cast Goodberry. Okay, no, sorry. You have to leave the interface to cast. So, is there anyone else to see right now, or can we finally start up our adventuring? Okay, seems fine. Oh, there are some free herb to pick there, but really, I don't know to make you wait any longer, so we'll just speak to her because it's really better to speak to her now, and then we can finally start going away.
Ah, you came.
You piqued our curiosity. So, what exactly do you have to offer?
You don't know?
Do you sell healing potions?
No, we don't.
I love how she slaps her verbally.
what kind of help do you have to offer to people like us?
Simple. Now, people like you typically carry out missions for the Council. In the Marches, even in the Badlands. Sometimes far away, like Captain Merrin.
Who's Captain Merrin?
You really must be new. She's one of yours. Senior Deputy of the Council. Anyway, you trek out to some old ruin in the Badlands, kill a bunch of orcs. Well, you're still a bit green, so let's say goblins.
Ow! You're hurting our feelings.
Orcs will hurt much more than your feelings, believe me.
I love this
Stop
character
interrupting, it's rude. So let's say you find yourself with a whole load of rusty swords, leather armour, shields, too much for you to lug back here.
Oh, so we're puny as well as green. Thank you so much.
So instead, you brave heroes just clear the place of monsters and draw us a nice clean map. Then we take our carts and pick up every piece of junk. We bring it back, we sell it, and we split the profits with you. We move the stuff, you go off to kill more bad things. Everybody wins.
For a percentage, of course.
What? You could never carry it all anyway. Not in your little backpacks.
Well, thank you. I guess that's it for us.
Fine. Feel free to visit us any time. Or drop into any scavenger camp.
Are there
Anywhere we can settle. By the way, if you find Captain Henrik, tell him we're still interested.
In what?
In getting our people to Caer Lem. The outpost is perfect for us. Close to the Badlands, with plenty of space for our camp.
Right, we'll tell him if we find him.
That would be appreciated. The more you do for us, the more we do for you.
Oh, so this business relationship can get better?
And I hope it will, friend.
I guess we'll see you around then.
Sure. Good luck out there. And don't forget, in the Badlands, always keep your eyes open.
Yeah, sure. The chests you're seeing there are chests for party. This one I'm not sure. Unknown party stash. Interesting. Okay. This one is a party stash if you want to drop some things for later. Obviously empty for now. And this one, it's locked, so I will come back later. Because I'm not sure my rogue can pick it right now. I don't need it anyway. So I'm not sure where's yeah, it's that way. Finally! So yeah, I just cast one good berry for now.
Natura muto curai.
And I'll equip everyone with range attacks. Yeah, except monk, because monk. I should have bought some bow and arrows for the monk, really, but it's too late. I really want to start traveling with you. Okay, so the overland traveling is made is kind of simplified, but basically you can set up some foraging and crafting and spellcasting or scroll stealing, and your characters will be doing that as they travel, and the speed of travel decides the chance of beneficial or dangerous encounters and how you would get those dangerous encounters. So travel, yeah, well, yeah, we won't take the fast way because I'm kind of afraid it could be hurting. So yeah, start traveling. Yeah. Oh yeah. Lucky. We kill a deer and we have plenty of food rations. Whoops. Okay, this one will be interesting. Our party got surprised in spite of having set up camp. It's funny because I think we have at least one guy with decent quiz and one guy with decent decks, but okay, fair enough. Should be fun. I got in one game I made with a friend. We got ambushed by a group of acolytes, and it was very hard, really. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I never noticed that. Light button, okay. Okay. Fine. So. Okay, it's nice. He didn't get enough. He needed to dash, which is a full action. So in D&D, basically, when it's your character turn, you get one action, possibly one bonus action, and movement. And so those guys, they couldn't reach us with their normal movement, so they had to dash instead. So they could reach us, but they didn't have any action left to attack us. So, what to do? Okay. I'm not sure which is the most dangerous between bandit and highwayman. So I just attack the bandits. Whoa. Wow, okay, that's not a very good first impression. Okay. Not big deal. Let's immediately use action surge, which allows fighter to attack on his time. Okay, so that enemy has only 13 AC attack armor class. Yeah. So armor class is the minimum result you must achieve with your attack roll to hit a target for normal attack at least. So what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to block her, incite her to attack me instead, because I have a decent AC. I mean, it's not great, but it's decent. And it would have been able to reach and attack anyway otherwise. So the monk, it's nice because it's already in melee. So he's gonna use regular attack first, and it's a nice attack. Okay, so yeah. And he's gonna use a key point for Bros because it's not the time to be sparing resources. Okay, nice. Wow, yeah. Monk does the job. Nice. So that's one down, and because of that, and because he has similar AC to fighter, and I mean, you can also notice that a monk, many people are saying that yeah, a monk has bad AC, but when you start the game, nobody has best armor they can afford, so usually people wearing armor have only 5 to 16 AC at best. It's very rare you can get above that. Basically the only way is being heavy armor marshal with a shield equipped. Okay, so Marta, you're a warlock. So I mean, there is no really any decent reason to use a crossbow unless you're good enough with your dexterity. Yeah. So in this situation, sorry, it's actually a good thing to use a crossbow instead of the Eldritch Blasts, because I didn't pick the Agonizing Blasts, but I have a +3 in my dexterity, so I'll be dealing better minimum damage on a hit than if I was using Agonizing Blast. And this target has half cover because my line of aiming is kind of crossing the space of my friend. So because I'm free to move right now, I have nobody close by threatening to hit me with an attack when I'm moving. I'm gonna just move a bit away, and so now this enemy doesn't have any cover anymore. Oh, and that's a nice hit. Oh, and it was very nice throw. I could have possibly one-shot him, but I mean, you never know in advance. So far, it's a decent first turn. Wow, we were we were very lucky on the damage hit because it could have been very hard. Okay, so when you're trying to attack, make a ranged attack in melee, you have this advantage because you know you're trying to take aim to something possibly offer while an enemy is moving around you. Because let's remind that technically this is all supposed to be in real time. Rounds and turns are just an abstraction to make things manageable by players, but you're supposed to imagine that everyone is moving at the same time, really. Okay.
No quarter given.
Okay, so we have been very lucky so far because nearly all our attacks hit. Only the fighter missed the first one. Not really big deal. And we now have only one fighter left. Fights. Oh, and you can act. Nice. So we have 3 people that can act before the bandits. So I mean I can take the chance and go into melee instead of wasting an arrow.
Damn it!
Yeah, damn it, you're right. You suck, mate. Monk again. Okay, Monk has a hard time too. So I'm using Flyer Bros because I really want to kill him right now. Hey, as you see, I kind of wasted my key because monks always have at least one bonus action without spending any resource, but you cannot know. Okay, so here I could just use a cantrip instead of using a crossbow bolt, but again I prefer answering minimum damage. It's a miss. Okay, so guys, you became too confident in the first round and now you suck hard. Whoa. Okay, bandits apparently is hurt so much he cannot focus on attacking anyone. Too bad for him because he's probably gonna die now. Yeah.
Good kill.
Okay, so that's why the fight was so easy. They the designers made pre-made fights with specifically low threat people who have no range attack or anything like that. But in practice, when you get surprised with a random encounter, it can be very, very dangerous. So yeah, we'll pick the rations. Oh, sorry, Martha, you're really not the one who wants to pick things. I should have put my strengths guy first, really. I'm not sure you can rearrange the order. So you're the one. As you see, strengths directly influences the weight you can carry, so it's actually a very important thing to take into account. Strength is actually very important in Dungeon and Dragon. Okay, leather armor. I'm not sure it's interesting for anyone. Scimitar is light and finesse, so it's a nice weapon to have for people who may want to dual wield or may not want. I probably pick 2 scimitar. I may pick one. I'll probably pick one light crossbow to give it to someone who has a longbow, so I can give the longbow to the monk. So the monk has something to do when reading long distance. And apart from that, I think those are really uninteresting overall. So yeah. So sorry, Martha. I didn't want to overwrite you. The rations are actually waiting weighing. Sorry, English. Or heavyweight. So she can equip leather, and she already has something similar, so no interest. Here Rhob already has this one, so no interest. So this one will give his longbow to him, and he has decent armor, so okay. And what did I want to do? Well, he doesn't have any crossbows. I have to share it with whoever had a crossbow. Her, yeah. So I'll split. I don't remember how you can split stack. Sorry. I thought this was like shift or something, but... And Monk being overweight is bad because it's hampering its speed. So I'm not sure what to do. Okay. Rations will go to him. Ah, no, he's the one overweight. Okay. Okay. I think I have too many rations, so I just drop them. Okay. Sorry for losing some time for stupid micromanagement. Did I give everything to everyone? Nope. I don't know what I did, but it was clear a mess. So you have arrows to go with your bow, okay. Yeah, no, sure, I don't care about that, really. You have arrows. You have crossbow bolts. Okay. And hit someone. Just for the kick. Okay, finished. And now we can finish the rests and continue our adventure. Okay. Good to know. Guys, seriously, a long rest, you were there. That's one thing I like to do, is knowing how to force the party to pursue instead of taking the rest. I mean, I don't care if they get a bit tired from time to time if it's sparing time. And I'll actually stop here.
So that's Caer
because
Lem?
it's a bit late for me.
We're
And I want
almost
to go to
there.
bed. But
It's just up the hill.
All right, let's just keep going.
I just save, and I'll be taking back later. I hope you enjoyed this first view of Solasta Crown of the Magister. So what name to give to save? I mean, SD for Solasta demonstration, let's say, and not sure how often I'll make saves, so let's make it as 3 digits. Okay, see you another time, and thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to drop a comment about anything that could improve on narration, rhythm, or I mean, English and English pronunciation is obviously something I have to improve. So this one you can maybe skip unless you want to rate my my language from 1 to 10. See you another time. Goodbye.